For the foreseeable 5 minutes, I'll be here finishing my eclair. You'll wonder why the Statue of Liberty is here in Colmar. So hard to imagine that it used to be the area where you wouldn't normally go to. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are continuing our exploration of the beautiful Alsace region in northern France, and today we are in Colmar, one of the most famous places here, a must visit for all travelers, and just an all-around beautiful town. So if you're ready guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button down below so you don't miss anything. Let's go with me, let's explore this town together. Colmar is probably the most famous for its spectacular Christmas decorations, but since we are still far from Christmas, I found many more exciting things to show you. From its absolutely irresistible charm to medieval architecture to ancient history, for Colmar was first mentioned by Charlemagne himself, this town has a lot to offer for all kinds of travelers. First stop of the day, guys, I got some fuel for the whole team. We have some pain au chocolat and eclair, and obviously I can't resist trying my eclair right away because you know the coffee prices here in France are physically hurting me, but at least the pastries are costing quite, you know, normal. And look at these eclairs, they're so beautiful, and they have this custard inside and it looks really, really nice. So oh, it's so full of custard. Just look at it, filled to the fullest. Let's try it. So fresh and so good. Guys, the dough is so tender and this custard cream is absolutely divine. Just look at it. Be careful if you're eating an eclair in France because it's so full, you'll probably end up having custard all over yourself, but it's so good, I can't resist it, sorry. For the foreseeable 5 minutes, I'll be here finishing my eclair. Even though some houses here actually resemble the houses in Strasbourg and the architecture in Strasbourg, still Colmar gives you a totally different vibe. It's obviously much, much smaller. However, there are so many people and so many tourists here today. And I kind of like it, you know, it gives you this vibe of a nice touristy town, but also not so touristy that you can't really walk or enjoy it. So guys, Colmar has, obviously as any other European town, has its cathedral, and its cathedral is a very impressive building with a very long history, originally built in the 13th century, then destroyed many times, then rebuilt once again and again, and I really wanted to see it today and to show it to you, but then the city administration, the city government apparently had different plans, because look, if you've been here with me for a while, you know that I always complain that in Italy and in Bologna in particular, the town hall always initiates these construction works, restoration works every summer. During the peak season for travelers and tourists, you arrive to Italy and you bump into these construction sites all the time. Apparently in France it's the same, probably it's the same all over Europe or all over the world, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if it happens where you are. Guys, I found the cutest street ever and I want to show it to you. And also there are a few very interesting buildings on this street. So follow me and I'll tell you everything and I'll show you everything. Let's go.
Maison Pfister, the House of Pfister, is another massy in Colmar. Dating back to the medieval times, it has perfectly preserved its look, with beautiful paintings on the exterior, the intricate architecture. I mean, look at these balconies. And yes, guys, a wine and spirits tasting experience on the ground floor.
Guys, you'll probably recognize this lady and you'll wonder why the Statue of Liberty is here in Colmar, on the street, on the floor basically. It's the city center. Keep watching and I'll tell you why. Guys, I totally get why Colmar is so popular among tourists, because it feels like you've been transported back into your childhood when you were reading all of the, fairy tale books and imagining yourself living in a fairy tale. It does really feel like a fairy tale, like you've been put into it and you can totally imagine yourself being a fairy tale character here. It's so, so magical. Guys, in most basically European cities, the city center, the heart of the city is usually the town hall or something similar. But here in Colmar, the main building, the heart of Colmar basically, is the old customs building. And here it is. This building behind my back is actually the old customs building because the commerce was so strong here during the medieval times that this was the main place of all social activity, the commercial activity, and basically any activity here in Colmar. Today, though, you can visit many exhibitions. There are artisanal exhibitions and art exhibitions, and it's still the center of its social life. I find it absolutely hilarious. Even after all these centuries, people still gather here for different reasons, but still, and also tourists obviously visit it all the time. And the beauty of this place is not finished there, because look at the view from here. Guys, if you happen to be in Colmar and visit the old customs, make sure absolutely to climb up here to see the view and take all the photos you want. It's spectacular. So yes, remember I told you about the Statue of Liberty here. The reason why this little image was put here in Colmar is actually in this fountain. I know it sounds super confusing, but the thing is, the sculpture of this fountain, Auguste Bertoldi, was born here, and he also was the sculptor of the Statue of Liberty, among many other famous monuments found all around the world. He's obviously a huge reason of pride in this city, and locals love him, and you can even visit his house museum. But here at least you can see the fountain that he worked on, and this fountain was commissioned by a wealthy citizen. And yes, who could have thought that in a small town in the north of France you will find somehow a sibling of the Statue of Liberty. Similarly to Strasbourg, which is obviously located so nearby, Colmar also used to have this area that was considered kind of deprived and poor, where fishers and tanners lived. And actually today, once again, similarly to Strasbourg, this area is one of the most beautiful in this town. And there are so many these little lovely houses and canals here, water, everything. You absolutely have to visit it. And there are basically like two areas like this. One of them is Quartier, which is the area where tanners lived, and this is it. And another one, guys, is called, guess what it's called, guys? It's called Little Venice. Similarly to the one that we saw in Strasbourg. And if you haven't seen my vlog from Strasbourg, I will leave you a link up here, because you will learn that nowadays it's not called Little Venice anymore. Here in Colmar, though, it's still called Little Venice, and we are going to see it right now, so follow me. And now, guys, we're entering the ex-abode of local fishers, Little Venice. And it's so hard to imagine that it used to be the area where you wouldn't normally go to, because it's so beautiful with all these houses and canals and flowers today. And it looks like such a creative part of the city, actually. I don't know if it looked like this when local fishers used to live here, or if it was transformed over the recent years, but it absolutely is fascinating. And you know, it transports you back in time and totally enchants you with these houses. I highly recommend you to come here if you happen to be in Colmar. What's interesting is that both here in Colmar as in Strasbourg, you can explore these waterside areas in two ways. You can either walk around, or you can take a boat or even a boat tour. However, while in Strasbourg, you are usually taking the boat tour in one of these really big boats that usually are covered, and I'm not even sure if it's a tour or you just, you know, riding this boat around. Here in Colmar, you can spot numerous little boats like that one, and you know, they're kind of like gondola style boats where people take you on a literal tour. They're telling you the history of the area, and it's fascinating, you know, riding the boat on these beautiful canals here. Guys, I also remind you to follow me on Instagram if you are not following me there yet, because I post all of our travel pics there, but also the useful information that doesn't make it to my videos. So check out the link in the description, come say hi, come follow me and stay up to date with all of my travels and trips and just day-to-day life. And that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoy this video from Colmar. I love this little town. It's so cute, and it just looks, you know, like a fairy tale town, or a town which is actually a movie set. It doesn't even feel real, and to think that people still live in these wonderful houses and such a beauty is absolutely amazing. I love today so much, and I hope you'll get to visit it, because you have to, guys. It's too beautiful not to be seen. And as always, guys, I remind you to subscribe and hit the bell button down below so you don't miss anything, so you see even more travel vlogs of mine, and like, comment and share this video with your friends so I can make even more videos for you. Thank you so much for being here, and please enjoy your day.